I'm Bruce Marshall. This is the Brampton Now update for the week ending the November 28th, 29th weekend 2020. Your concise summary of everything important that happened in Brampton the previous week and what's coming up. What the Toronto outlets don't have time to tell you about where you live. Coming up, Mayor Brown about the lobbying he and fellow GTA mayors have been doing for worker sick benefits as a public health issue. The oldest sport organization in North America is leaving Brampton. And Dr. Lawrence Loh, Chief Medical Officer of 𝗕𝗄, gets honest on what he thinks about what the province has done. Details on that and more coming up on this Brampton Now update. Here's what's happening this week in Brampton. Mayor Brown revealed at the weekly city news conference that universal sick benefits as an essential cornerstone of public health has been a topic of the weekly GTA Mayor's Call.
Frankly, going to work with symptoms, it leads to household spread. If you want to have a sophisticated pandemic response, sick benefits has to be one of the components.
Brown with rare good news this week. The city's recreation department is doing a pandemic pivot, and they've released details about a program of safe outdoor activities for the winter called Winter Wonderland.
We are going to bring out a slew of amenities like the city's never seen before for ways that you can be active outdoors in a safe manner consistent with the guidance of public health.
Winter Wonderland details are on the city's website at brampton.ca. In a moment, the Chief Medical Officer of Health for 𝗕𝗄 and his opinion. Are these the right measures at the right time? The doctor's answer ahead on Brampton Now Update.
The COVID-19 pandemic in Canada is serious. We must continue to practice all public health measures. Follow local guidelines for gatherings. Maintain physical distancing. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and download the COVID Alert app. If you have symptoms, even mild ones, stay home. Protect yourself and others. We've come too far to stop now.
A message from the Government of Canada.
This is the Brampton Now Update. I'm Bruce Marshall. On the pandemic response, I think it's logical to follow expert scientific advice. So what does the Chief Medical Officer of Health for 𝗕𝗄, Dr. Lawrence Loh, say about the current measures?
These measures are coming at the right time. They're an emergency brake designed to immediately reduce in-person interactions and prevent runaway community transmission. We must stop the rising tide of cases and hospitalizations. We are seeing more and more family members and friends wind up in our hospitals, filling our intensive care units and being left isolated and fearful on hospital wards. We know that where COVID-19 has overwhelmed healthcare systems and communities, fear drives closures anyway, and the cost of staying open is also measured in lives lost and changed.
Loh went on to commend those frontline workers in Brampton who deserve our thanks.
They are our frontline heroes that keep food on our tables, packages delivered to our doors, and care going in long-term care settings. They bear the loads and fears that many of us do not. They do not deserve stigma. They deserve our support and our thanks.
We're in the middle of the budget at Brampton City Hall. Budget talks kicked off Tuesday. We're now looking at an increase at the city of 0.9%, which would translate to an average $47 per household. The Brampton City budget is expected to be $1.2 billion for 2021. So far, the city has seen $25 million in pandemic help from other levels of government, and it's hoped that support like that will continue and will help offset costs in the budget. Go to the city's website at brampton.ca. The Brampton City budget will be finalized on December 9th. In a moment, a little bit of Brampton's sporting soul may be unceremoniously cut out. The longest-running sport organization in North America is leaving Brampton. Details next on the Brampton Now Update.
Of course, with any family, there's obviously history, right? Our DNA goes deep, deep, deep into the soil. We are a part of this land. We're all the same people, surrounded by a world that you can't really explain. When you accept that, the mysticism of our ways becomes real. We want to break barriers and invite people in to learn about us, to learn together. Because in the end, you have to experience these stories for yourself.
I'm Bruce Marshall. This is the Brampton Now Update. For over 100 years, Brampton has been a big lacrosse town. The Brampton 𝗕𝗫𝗁𝗍 lacrosse team, founded in the 1870s in Brampton, is moving to Owen Sound. Brampton's healthy lacrosse community, people like Councillor 𝗕𝗿𝗺𝗺 and local business owner Ron Evans have been major supporters, of course, over the years, them and dozens of others. Mayor Brown has mobilized his office to see what can be done to keep them in town. The story has exploded all over small town newspapers across the province and across the country in towns where lacrosse is in the blood. Detroit business owner Joe Norton is the villain in the piece. He's the owner. He bought the team, the 𝗕𝗫𝗁𝗍, a few years ago and intends to move the Junior A 𝗕𝗫𝗁𝗍s into the same Owen Sound arena his Junior B team plays in currently. The Brampton 𝗕𝗫𝗁𝗍s is the longest-running sport organization of any kind in North America, a real part of Brampton's sporting soul. The region has announced that the winter garbage exemption period that was to start on January 25th will be suspended once again due to the COVID concerns and workers physically handling the garbage. Of course, we have our restrictions to bin size, but a few times a year, the region allows you to throw out, say, that old grand piano or whatever it is you've got, and they take the restrictions off. Well, not this year, or not 2021 anyway, in the early part. In a moment, what's ahead in Brampton this weekend and the coming week, plus ahead, my Marshall rant on the Brampton Now Update.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
This weekend and ahead in Brampton, Boys and Girls Club of Peel has started soliciting donations for their Christmas hamper program. You can go to bgcpeel.org for information on how you can help out. The Journey Neighborhood Centre, with 2 Brampton program locations, has opened a thrift store in downtown Brampton. Journey Thrift is on Nelson Street near the YMCA. They are, of course, closed during this grey period shutdown. Brampton Music Theatre continues a fundraising contest called Catch the Ace. It's at bmtcatchtheace.ca. BMT also continues online training, programming, and concerts on their website at bramptonmusictheatre.com or like them on Facebook. One of the biggest items this year on the city agenda, the budget, is open right now. The budget is expected to be finalized on December 9th. Go to brampton.ca/budget for more information. Coming up, the Marshall Rant, a few thoughts on shopping local. Next on the Brampton Now Update. I'm Bruce Marshall. This is the Marshall Rant. Think local, shop local. That's what we're asked to do. But sometimes that can be difficult. So I'm going to try and throw some resources out there that might help you give local businesses a try. The Downtown Brampton BIA is running a pilot to help energize the downtown businesses, including a delivery service that some are taking part in. Find the Downtown Brampton BIA on all the social media platforms. Many restaurants are turning to delivery service. One of those is Oscar's Roadhouse, the Roadhouse Sport Bar in Bramalea that I have a lot of time for because they're one of many businesses that stepped up during the first wave of the pandemic and turned their kitchen over and their staff for production for organizations like Knight's Table. Oscar's also has a pretty good deal for a catered Christmas dinner. Their flyer is on their social media platforms at Oscar's Roadhouse. And if we're talking about keeping local business alive, it's through these little purchases that we can hopefully help to keep them going. Another advocate for shopping at local businesses is my friend 𝗕𝗿𝗺𝗻𝗺, lead minister at North Bramalea United Church.
This is because we want to support local businesses on Fridays. This one's a special one, guys. We want to recognize that as Christmas approaches, it's a great time to support local business, small business. So maybe think about purchasing your gifts in ways that support, again, small business or local business. Love for you to put in the chat room today, what are some suggestions on either gift ideas or businesses that we could support and bless everybody at Christmas time. Bring hope, because that's part of what we're called to do, all of us, every one of us. God bless you today, guys. Please put some ideas in the chat room. Love you. Hope you have a great day.
𝗕𝗍 posts a daily something to social media, whether it's of a spiritual or encouraging nature. But every Friday, he devotes to a profile on a local Brampton business. You can follow 𝗕𝗍 if you'd like on Facebook and Instagram. I think we're going to see a lot of innovative ways to keep things going, especially using the power of the internet. Organizations like our Downtown Brampton BIA, the Chambers of Commerce, and engaged city staffs will find a way to get through this, hopefully. What do you think? Leave your comment below or get back to me. I'm Bruce Marshall, and that's it for this week. Please subscribe to the Brampton Now Update channel on YouTube or follow #MarshallMinute on Facebook for lots of Brampton need to know that you won't find anywhere else. Your comments and suggestions are always welcome, and if you've got a Brampton story to tell, get in touch with me through the channel you're watching on right now. Stay strong, Brampton. Brampton strong. We're all in this together. I'm Bruce Marshall. Thanks for watching Brampton Now Update.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.